Live on the Hawks Network, it is 28-40 volleyball as the Canyon Lake Hawks battle rival Wimberley. Live on the campus of Canyon Lake High School, I'm Brain Freeman. Coming up, it's a matchup between two of the best teams in 28-4A. The Hawks are 5-2 so far in district play, right now good for a tie for second place. The Wimberley Texans, they're alone in first, a perfect 7-0. Coming up, we'll talk more about tonight's matchup with Canyon Lake head coach Kim Paisley as you're watching Canyon Lake High School volleyball all on the Hawks Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken-y sweet tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
Your life is full of journeys. You're always on the go, dealing with ever-changing challenges. And there's a place where you always feel welcome and safe, a place you call home. But you can't be everywhere at once, or can you? Honeywell Total Connect keeps you connected to your home no matter where you are. Receive push notifications on your iOS device every time motion is captured or someone presses your Skybell video doorbell. You can now see, hear, and speak to your visitors all through the Honeywell Total Connect iOS app.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, Aunt Susan, I'm here.
Sure, I'll open the door for you.
You can use your smartphone to disarm the security system and unlock the door for your guests, while seeing, hearing, and speaking to your visitor, all from one app on a single screen. Honeywell Total Connect helps to increase your home security, keeping you comfortable and always in control. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Enjoy the convenience you've never had before. Honeywell Total Connect grants you peace of mind so you'll never miss anything ever again. Picture the possibilities.
It's starting to feel like a mega pick. I'm loving this place already. You're digging, you're going through the layers. This is American history, and it's for sale. I'll take it.
Watch History Channel, GBTC, Channel 557.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Back on the Hawks Network tonight, it is a 28-40 matchup between Canyon Lake and the Wimberley Texans. Joining us now is Canyon Lake head coach Kim Paisley. The Hawks come in having won 13 of the past 22 matches and off the heels of a sweep over Llano from this past Friday. So, Coach, coming into the match tonight against Wimberley, how well is your volleyball team playing right now?
Well, we've definitely picked up our level of play. We had a couple of stints where we lost to Wimberley and we lost to Bernie where we didn't have a great hitting percentage to close out those nights. We've definitely been hitting that hard and making that a little more consistent, and we're fired up about tonight's match.
Now, I mentioned the win over Llano on Friday. In the win, Riley Mickey had 10 kills, 5 aces for you, one of the 9 seniors for you on this year's team. How well has she been playing this year in terms of on-court ability and leadership?
Riley Mickey is definitely a force to be reckoned with. She, came into this season fired up, her senior year, ready to be that captain and that leader for us, and she's just really torn it up.
Now, a lot of familiarity between these two programs, Canyon Lake and Wimberley. The two have met in the postseason each of the previous 2 years. Both wins for the Hawks, but as you said earlier, there was a match won earlier this season by Wimberley back on September 28th. What do you remember about that match, and what will it take for you to get the win tonight?
Well, our defense was there, our passing was there, we just couldn't put the ball away. We had too many hitting errors, and hitting in the negatives is not going to win a match. So, like I said, we've been really working on that, being more consistent. Pushing in practice different ways to look at these numbers and see on paper and in practice what we need to do to be successful. So, I know the girls are ready to go. I know they're ready to redeem themselves and take that revenge for the second round.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Again, it is a 28-40 matchup between Canyon Lake and Wimberley. First service coming up next, right here on the Hawks.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
We are watching stars being born.
The X Factor UK is back on Access TV Sunday and Monday nights. Here we go. With an all-star lineup of judges. The auditions.
Pure magic.
Unforgettable performances. Who will be the next big pop star? Catch an all-new season of the X Factor UK Sundays and Mondays 8/7 Central on Access TV.
They say it's cooked to perfection when he decides it is. They say the word flavor was named after him. They say you can beat Bobby Flay. What do they know? Beat Bobby Flay, Thursday night at 10 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC, Channel 563.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Back inside Hawk Gym, getting ready for this 28-40 matchup between Canyon Lake and Wimberley. A look right now, one of the Hawk seniors, that is Riley Mickey, speaking with Coach Paisley about her earlier in our interview. Mickey, the team leader in kills this year, approaching 200 on the season. Third-year varsity player, very experienced player for Canyon Lake, and had a big match on Friday in the win over Llano, 10 kills and 5 aces. It actually was one of the better players for the Hawks in the previous matchup against Wimberley back on September 28th. The team high 6 kills and 2 blocks against the Texans this past month. The Hawks looking to get a big effort out of her and try to even up the season series and keep Canyon Lake's hopes alive for a 28-4A title. Again, Mickey is one of just 9 seniors on the team, very veteran group for fifth-year head coach Kim Paisley. The Hawks overall 17-16 this year, and again 5-2 in 28-4A play, tie for second right now with the Bernie Greyhounds, while the Texans 26-11 this season and a perfect 7-0 in 28-4A play. First serve is coming up next. Back with more Canyon Lake Volleyball on the Hawks Network.
We are watching stars being born.
The X Factor UK is back on Access TV Sunday and Monday nights. Here we go. With an all-star lineup of judges. The auditions.
Pure magic.
Unforgettable performances. Who will be the next big pop star? Catch an all-new season of the X Factor UK Sundays and Mondays 8/7 Central on Access TV.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know.
Back inside Hawk Gym, about ready for first serve here between Canyon Lake and Wimberley. They get a long-time rivalry between these two. Tonight is the 22nd all-time meeting between the Hawks and the Texans. About to be introduced to the lineups for both teams. But right now we step aside for the playing of the national anthem inside of Hawk Gym for first serve. So instead of the playing of the national anthem, it was sung tonight by the crowd here inside of Hawk Gym, and a good crowd on hand as well for, again, this rivalry matchup. Not a far trek for the Texan fans from Wimberley to make their way over to Hawk Gym. Wimberley again coming into tonight's match 26-11, a perfect 7-0 in 28-4A play. The Hawks 17-16 and 5-2 in the district, and right now the Texans being introduced first to the crowd here at Canyon Lake High School. And going through the high five line with the coaching staff as well, the head coach of the Texans in her second season, meeting the players first on the bench is Andrea Hutchins. Coach Hutchins taking over a year ago for Thomas Kane and was at Comfort prior to coming over to Wimberley. 48 wins so far in 2 seasons for Coach Hutchins, guiding the Texans to the postseason a year ago. As the Texans finish going through their roster, a look there at Riley Horn, the senior team leader in kills this year for Wimberley. Also more than 200 digs, ranking third of the team as the final 2 Texan players make their way through the handshake line and high fives here. One more handshake for the libero for the Texans. And now we'll look at the Hawks lineup here tonight. We get a veteran team, 9 seniors on the 2018 roster. For Canyon Lake, one of them, or actually one of the juniors rather, Laney Moses, just got introduced here to the crowd here at Canyon Lake. And now number 3, Cassidy Phelps, also a junior. Didn't play a whole lot last year, but the team's leader in assists so far this season. Here's one of the seniors, a setter, Reagan Cohen. 80 assists so far this season, ranks third of the team. And this is one of the younger players, Kaylee Moore, the sophomore, who also plays softball at Canyon Lake. Limited floor time so far this season for the Hawks on the volleyball floor. There's Megan Voorhees, the freshman, the lone freshman on this team, that has played very well. Second to the team in both kills and blocks so far this season. This Caroline Kohlberg, also a junior, 2-sport athlete here at Canyon Lake, also plays basketball. And now Riley Mickey goes through the high five line, the senior we highlighted earlier in the pregame show. Peyton Chu, a fellow senior. You notice Chu not in uniform tonight, tore her ACL before the start of the season, unavailable this year for 5th-year head coach Kim Paisley. And we are through the lineup lines and about ready for first serve here between Wimberley and Canyon Lake. The Hawks coming off a win over Llano on Friday. The Texans have won 8 straight. They have not lost a match in more than a month. Last loss came against Poth back on September the 14th in 4 sets. The Hawks trying to end that Texas streak and win back-to-back matches of their own. So far here at home, Canyon Lake 9-4 this season inside Hawk Gym. And after a rough start to the year, Canyon Lake going 4-7 to open the season. At one point dropping 6 in a row, but they have won 13 of their past 22. Had to get off the heels of a sweep over Llano on Friday. And 5-2 so far in district play. And the first serve of the match tonight will belong to Canyon Lake. Hawks a game over 500 at 17-16. And first serve belongs to Cassidy Phelps, the junior, who's tied with the team lead at aces so far this season. And this match is underway with a Canyon Lake point. The Texans won this match earlier this season back on September 28th in the first meeting in district play, the first round of 28-4A play, doing so in a sweep 25-20, 25-17, and again 25-20. Mickey with a kill attempt dug out by the Texans. And Wimberley on the board. Riley Horn ties it up early, 1-1 off the kill. More than 200 this year, the team lead in that category, and now the Texans serve for the first time. And it is Morgan Romano. A huge role in the win for Wimberley over Canyon Lake last month. A team-high 22 assists in the Texas sweep. There's a block up top between Brenna Jones and Peyton Knight, double teaming on that one. And Wimberley has its first lead. Or no, I beg your pardon. The point there awarded to Canyon Lake, so the Hawks back in front 2-1. And now Mickey on service, coming off a 5-ace effort in the win of Orlando on Friday. Kill attempt a little bit too strong from Brenna Jones, a sophomore Wimberley. And Canyon Lake now leads 3-1. Serve hits to that. There's a block up top from Canyon Lake. Paige Bauer and Megan Voris, a freshman. Again, she's been really impressive this year in the block category. Voris second to the team this season, and first is Bauer. 60 of them so far this year. Tied with the team lead with 3 of them in the win of Orlando on Friday. Good setup there for the freshman Voris. Texans will return it. Good dig by Phelps. With the Texans in the 3-point rally by Canyon Lake. And now with service trailing by 2, here is Horn. Over 40 service aces this year for the senior. Ranks 3rd of the team. Second team All-District player as a sophomore back in 2016. Sends it over. That ball hugged the net. Kept alive for a moment, but the Texans now draw to within 1. Good play at the net from Romano. And Horn will serve again. Dug out by Kaylee Moore, the sophomore for Canyon Lake on the back line. A little bit too much on that hit from Brenna Jones. And Canyon Lake back in front 5-3. With the win over Orlando on Friday, by the way, the Hawks have now clinched a playoff spot, doing so for the 8th time in the 11-year history of this program. Good dig by the Texans. And Wimberley back on service as well. Awkward attempt there on the back line from Canyon Lake, the libero, Mariah Height, the senior. Has been one of the better defensive players this year, second to the team in digs, behind only Lainey Moses. And that time, Height digs it out, but the Texans take their first lead at 6-5. The jump serve dug out by Height. Kept alive by Phelps. Third hit goes over and stays in off the net. Or no, beg your pardon. It went outside the line. And so Wimberley on a 4-point rally lead, 7-5. That's Holly Hardwood, the sophomore outside hitter. On the hit for Wimberley. And again for Harwood. Point Texans. Rally continues. 5 in a row for the visitors out of Wimberley. And Maddie Maxwell serves. here for Wimberley, and the Texans rally continues. Timeout, Canyon Lake. Behind the service of Maddie Maxwell, the senior, third year on varsity. Played really well against Canyon Lake back on September 28th. 21 digs to lead the team, and her series of serves is rallied the Texans, who've scored 6 unanswered and lead now 9-5. As you look at head coach Kim Paisley in her 5th season here at Canyon Lake. Now 111 wins for Coach Paisley here for the Hawks. Picked up her milestone 100 victory with a win over Judson back on August the 18th. And right now trying to rally the troops and end this scoring run for Wimberley. And Maxwell maintains service for the Texans. Does have more than 30 service aces coming into the match tonight, ranking 4th on the team. Their hit goes over, pushed over by Paige Bauer. Maxwell for Harwood, sent back by the net. And the Texan run ends, and now Canyon Lake is within 3. And out for the Hawks is serving is Caroline Kohlberg, the junior. Not a ton of floor time this year, but has made the most of it. Nearly 2 kills per set, nearly a service ace there. Her serve will result in a point for Canyon Lake, and Kohlberg will serve it again. Kohlberg also plays basketball here at Canyon Lake on a familiar floor right now. At the net goes off the netting, and the Texans back in front by 3, 10-7. A look at the Wimberley front line, and the Texans making some subs here as well. We'll see some changes for Coach Andrea Hutchins. Subbing in to serve is Jordan McFarland, and now playing in the front line for Wimberley is Raina Pack. And here is McFarland. Had 4 aces in the win over the Hawks last month. Kill attempt dug out there by Horn. And that hit from Harwood, a little bit too much on that one. Canyon Lake back within 2. And here's Paige Bauer. Third-year varsity player, was second-team All-District as a sophomore 2 years ago. And leads the team so far in sets played. That ball just danced along the taping there at the net. And Canyon Lake is now within 1. Raina Pack's hit falling outside the line. And Bauer will serve again. It's over. Dug out by Maxwell. And Wimberley's hits right now coming up empty. And that'll lead to a timeout for Coach Hutchins. And a look again inside the huddle for Canyon Lake head coach Kim Paisley. Again, this her 5th season here at Canyon Lake. Took over a program which had suffered 3 consecutive losing seasons prior to her arrival. Canyon Lake won just 5 district matches in the 3 seasons before she arrived. So again, now doing very good things at Canyon Lake, as is Coach Hutchins here at Wimberley. Each coach has called a timeout here in the first set. This timeout ends and we resume play. Bauer maintains service here for the Hawks. Tied 10-10. Maxwell's first hit. Here's the pass from McFarland. The hit from Raina Pack, who had a team-high 9 kills against Canyon Lake back on September 28th. Has been on this varsity team since she was a freshman. And second to the team this year in kills, nearly 200 this year. Gives Wimberley the lead back 11-10. A side for Wimberley will send in Ryan Masser, the junior, to serve. one of several multi-sport athletes here for the Texans. More on that coming up later. Mickey has that one dug out by Masser. Sent over by Horn. Mickey's hit attempt sails in, and the Hawks tied up at 11. And out of the first serve tonight for the libero, Moriah Heights. Top of the team leading aces this season, but that serve is dug out by Maxwell. Canyon Lake's third hit goes off the hands of Reyna Pack and Morgan Romano. Another point for Riley Mickey. And the Hawks back in front, 12-11. Here's Horn. Great dig of the back line from Laney Moses. And the best volley of the night so far ends up at a Texan point. Olivia Linton, the one getting the kill there for Wimberley, and now serving on top of it. Another one of these third-year varsity players for Coach Hutchins. Another good pass that hit for Riley Mickey. Canyon Lake back in front, 13-12. Back and forth, first set so far. Wimberley going for the season series sweep and in part trying to avenge some of the playoff losses they've suffered to the Hawks over the past couple of years. Canyon Lake swept Wimberley out of the postseason a year ago and in the year prior, back in 2016. Before those two losses to Canyon Lake in the playoffs, the Texans had not lost in the first round since 2005. Going back to last year, Canyon Lake, in fact, beat Wimberley in all three meetings, twice in the regular season and once in the playoffs. And now Canyon Lake leading 14-13. These two have met every year that Canyon Lake has fielded a program. And this year 11 as Bauer or Megan Mickey the jump serve. That ball ricochets off the basketball goal. It's a live ball. And Mickey sends it over. Good block up top from Bauer. And Horn's hit. Cannot stay inside the line there in the back right corner. And the Hawks now some breathing room, leading 15-13. Another running jump serve from Mickey, but that one goes out of the back line, behind the back line for Texan points. And Horn serves again for Wimberley. Maxwell with the pass. Whistle blows. Point Texans, and we're tied at 15. Horn's jump serve is dug out dangerously, though, right of the net. Texans sending it back over. Block attempt. Falls in the Canyon Lake side, though. And Wimberley now a three-point rally, leading 16-15. And the run continues for Wimberley. 4 in a row for the Texans, looking for their 9th win in a row. And to stay undefeated in 28-4A play. A perfect 7-0 for the Hawks to have a shot at the district title. They must win tonight. They're now in trouble here in the first set, trailing by 3. A 5-0 scoring run by Wimberley. Bowers, kill attempts, dug out by Wimberley, but the Hawks, will end up with a point. Ending the Texans scoring run at 5 in a row. And now Megan Voris, the freshman, serves for Canyon Lake. It's over. Dug out by Maxwell. Romano with a pass. Peyton Knight the hit. And the junior puts Wimberley back in front by 3. And remember, the big run early in the first set came behind the serves of Maxwell, who gets it over for Wimberley. The whistle blows. Point Texans. Too much contact by the Hawks on their side of the net, and Coach Paisley again calls for time. Wimberley with its largest lead here in the first set, leading 20-16 as Coach Paisley talks it over. Speaking with Coach Paisley before the match tonight, really spoke about how much this match means to her every year. Former Wimberley Texan herself, and was a part of Wimberley's first ever state title team back in 1999. Wimberley then won 5 more after that. 6-time state champion Texans. And looking really impressive so far this year. 26-11 so far this season for Wimberley. And really on fire as of late. Slow start this season for the Texans. 5-7 after the first 12 matches of the 2018 year. But since then, the Texans have gone at 21-4. It had not lost in more than a month as Maxwell's serve is dug out by Heights. Here is Romano. Another great pass there for Brenna Jones, and the Texans now lead by 5, 21-16. Goes off the net. Third hit, though, goes over for Wimberley, but dug out by Height. Bauer's hit is dug out by Horn. Kept alive by Canyon Lake. Good volley here between these two. Hawks trying to end the rally, and they cannot. Once down, 15-13. The Texans have scored 9 out of the last 10 points. Maxwell's jump serve goes off of Heights, and Wimberley rolling right now. 2 points away from a 1-0 lead. Great serve by Maxwell, dug out by Height. Here is the pass to Adia Garcia. But Wimberley gets a point, and now a point away from the 1-0 lead. And the Texans take it. 25-16, scoring 12 of the last 13 points to take a 1-0 lead over the Hawks. Back with more Canyon Lake High School Volleyball on the Hawks Network.
Broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken E sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know.
Back inside Hawk Gym, Wimberley on top 1-0. The Texans rallying to win the first set 25-16. A look at Canyon Lake head football coach Charlie Drum. His Hawks are out to a 6-0 start this season and coming off a district opening win in 14-4A play this past Friday over Taylor 37-20. The Hawks will host Burnett this coming Friday, trying to stay perfect on the season. And by the way, on the topic of the Canyon Lake and Wimberley rivalry, well, the Hawk football team beat the Texans early this year on the road, 33-14, back on September the 14th. And now Canyon Lake's volleyball team trying to pick up a win over Wimberley. Again, the Texans won the first match early this year back on September 28th in a 3-set sweep. And took the first set 25-16 despite the fact the Hawks at one point led 15-13. Wimberley scoring 12 of the final 13 points to take it and lead 1-0. Mention that date of September 14th, that win for the Hawks football team over the Texans. That again was the last time the Wimberley volleyball team lost, on September 14th against Poth. Riley Mickey there, the front line for Canyon Lake, trying to help catapult this team to a victory in the second set. But service will belong to the Texans to start set number 2. And here is Morgan Romano. There is Mickey, blocked up top by Riley Horn. Played very well in the first set for Wimberley, and the Texans have an early 1-0 lead. Spoke earlier about some of these multi-sport athletes for the Texans, and Romano, who's serving, is one of them. Competes in shot put and discus for the track and field team at Wimberley. A total of 5 players playing multi-sports or more than one sport at Wimberley. Ryan Masters, a softball player, a couple of soccer players as well for Coach Hutchins. Holly Harwood and Paige Crawford. And Olivia Linton on the bench right now for the Texans, a cross-country runner at Wimberley. And Canyon Lake pulls ahead 2-1. And Cassidy Phelps, who had 15 assists in Friday's sweep over Llano, will serve again for Canyon Lake. Team leader in assists this season, more than 250, and also the team lead in aces. Whistle blows against Canyon Lake. And we're tied at 2. And Horn serving again for Wimberley. And served it too strong. Canyon Lake seesaws back in front. A look at the Canyon Lake front line. Right now made up by Megan Voorhees along with Caroline Kohlberg. And Paige Bauer, as the serve there from Mickey sails into the net. And we're tied again. And here in the red jersey, serving for Wimberley, the libero, Maddie Maxwell. Will remember all the big scoring runs in the first set came with Maxwell on service. There is the freshman, Megan Voorhees, with a point for Canyon Lake. Impressive-looking young player, Megan Voorhees. Second on the team in kills. Coming to the match tonight, only Riley Mickey has more. Double hit called against Wimberley. Canyon Lake in front by 2, 5-3. And the freshman will serve again. Mentioned the Texans' struggles early in the year, starting the season 5-7. Since then, they've won 21 of their past 25. The Hawks started the year 4-7, at one point dropping 6 in a row. But they've won 13 of their past 22, and again 5-2 so far in 28-4A play. As the Texans serve, and McFarland serve, dug out by Kohlberg. A double hit called here. It's a point for Wimberley. The sophomore serves again, does have 46 aces this year to lead the team. Here's a kill attempt for Bauer, and it's in for Canyon Lake. Two of the top teams in 28-4A. Well, Canyon Lake is 5-2 in the district. The Texans a perfect 7-0. Both teams have clinched playoff spots. Wimberley looking to take a step towards clinching a district title. As Canyon Lake now pulls ahead 7-5. But now Wimberley gets service back. Substitutions here for Canyon Lake along with Wimberley. As we see Reagan Cowan enter into the Canyon Lake front line wearing the number 5 with Ryan Master, the junior, serving. Canyon Lake, by the way, is tied with Bernie for second place. The Greyhounds also 5-2 in district play. As Laney Moses, the junior, will serve now for Canyon Lake, and it's over. Dug out by Maxwell. Here is McFarland with a setup for Brenna Jones. Mickey pushing it over. Jones has it blocked, but Kayla Wonderlick a bit late getting over for Canyon Lake. And the Texans back to within 1 with Olivia Linton now serving for the visitors out of Wimberley. Has had a really good year this year. 4th in the team in kills. Tied for the team lead in blocks and 20 aces this year for Linton. Here is the pass for Horn. Her hit, though, dug out by Height. Point Canyon Lake. Kayla Wonderlick, a first-year varsity player, puts the Hawks in front 9-7. Here is Mariah Height. She was the backup libero to Amber Voigt a year ago. Great veteran player for Canyon Lake. As Wimberley gets service back and back to within 1. Voigt and Faith Hasnes were both members of Canyon Lake's record 33-win team back in 2015, 3 years ago. Hasnes now playing collegiately at TLU in Seguin. Here is Romano. Her serve is dug out by Moses. Here's a pass from Romano. Good play by Rena Pack, who had 9 kills against the Hawks last month. Ties it up. And Romano serves again. Standing serve for Romano. Sails behind the back line. Hawks back in front 10-9. The subs here for Coach Paisley. Back into the match, Caroline Kohlberg along with Cassidy Phelps. And Phelps will serve now for Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake sitting on 17 wins this year. One game over 500 is 17-16. As Romano digs out the hit from Voorhees, and the Texans tied up at 10. To include tonight, 3 regular season matches left for Canyon Lake, coming off a second place finish from a year ago. And the Hawks would need to win out to finish with 20 wins or pick up a win or two in the postseason if they're going to hit the 20-win plateau for the 4th time in 5 years, winning 23 matches a year ago. Their hit doesn't go over. That's the 4th for Canyon Lake, despite the best efforts from Mickey. And Wimberley now pulls ahead 11-10. Canyon Lake lost a lot of experience from a year ago. We mentioned Amber Boyd and Faith Hassness, 2 of 7 seniors on the 2017 team. And now we're tied at 11. Canyon Lake, a playoff team a year ago, and again swept Wimberley in 3 sets in a match played at nearby Canyon High School within the Comal Independent School District. But a program still looking to get past the second round. They've never done it in the previous 7 playoff appearances. A year ago, Canyon Lake swept by Needville, the eventual state champs. This is a point for Canyon Lake. Little mini 2-0 run here for the Hawks, and serving yet again is Mickey. Dug out by Harwood, and her hit sails into the net. And the Hawks now in front by 2. Timeout taken by Wimberley. And the Hawks piece it together, rally here in the second set, down 1-0. As Coach Pacey talks it over with her team, again a former Wimberley Texan player herself, later played collegiate volleyball at Texas A&M Kingsville. 5th season now at Canyon Lake. A look at the Texans huddle, a team that's coming off a 22-win campaign from a year ago themselves. That was a 13-win improvement for Wimberley after going 9-22 in 2016, the final year for Coach Thomas Kane. But what a program. 6-time state champions. And again, Coach Paisley, part of the first state title team in '99, and at one point won 3 straight titles from 01 to 03, and again back-to-back champs in 06 and 07. All-time playoff record for Wimberley of 32-11. At one point, the Texans won 18 consecutive district titles from 1997 to 2014. Coach Pacey for the Hawks, a part of 3 of those teams. And this is a program that won 54 matches 8 years ago back in 2010. But then the unusual happened. Back-to-back losing seasons for Wimberley in 2015 and 2016. But again, gauging what they've done so far this year, the Texans are back to their dominant selves, seeking out another district championship. A win tonight puts them closer. And they have now drawn it within 1 here in the second set. Now 14-13 Canyon Lake lead, and servers from Maxwell is dug out by Heights. There is Phelps, the pass to the freshman. Megan Voorhees too strong, and now we're tied at 14. A lot of scoring runs for Wimberley coming with Maxwell on service. Her serve dug out off the back line. There's a good dig from Macy Fields, but does not result in a return by Wimberley. Now the Hawks back in front by 1. And here is Voorhees on service. Romano with the pass. And the hit for Raina Pack ties it up at 15. Romano comes out into the match as Brenna Jones now for Wimberley. And she'll play in the front line. The sub for service is Jordan McFarland. Played very well in this role against Canyon Lake last month, tying a season high with 4 aces against Canyon Lake. But won't get another serve here as the Hawks get it back and lead by 1, and now serving is Kohlberg. Jumping serve is too strong, and we're tied again at 16. Paige Bauer and Reagan Cowan back at the Hawks front line. And back at the serve for Wimberley is Ryan Masser. And her serve is dug out by Kaylee Moore. Here is the pass from Cowan. The hit for Wunderlich. Falls in bounds. Canyon Lake passing up its point total from the first set, which they lost 25-16. And now Lady Moses, who had 14 digs to win over Orlando on Friday, will serve for Canyon Lake. Helped lead the Hawks freshman team to a district championship a couple of years ago. Now her second year on varsity. But gives up service here as the Texans tied up at 17. And Olivia Linton will now serve for Wimberley. Good dig by Heights. Nobody came over though for the second hit. Miscommunication there for Canyon Lake, and the Texans now in front 18-17. They pulled away late from the Hawks back in the first set, scoring 12 of the final 13 points to take a 1-0 lead. Great dig there by Moses on the dive, and Moses sends it over. The pass from McFarland. Another good dig by the back line from Canyon Lake, again by Moses, but it sails out of bounds. And that is now 4 in a row, make it 3 in a row rather, for Wimberley. Height. Cowan to Mickey. Dug out by Linton. Here is McFarland with a pass to the back line. Cowan's pass sent over by Wunderlich, but the Texans trying to return it. And they do, but it is inbounds. Another Texan point. Timeout. Canyon Lake, Wimberley pulling away again in front 20-17. A fired up coach Kim Paisley right now for Canyon Lake. Said earlier when we visited with her prior to tonight's match that the 2 worst games the Hawks have had this season in terms of hitting percentage have come in district play in the 2 losses. One to Bernie and the other one to Wimberley back on September 28th. And some of the same issues plaguing them again here tonight inside of Hawk Gym, and again a great crowd on hand. Always a lot of fun to watch Canyon Lake versus Wimberley, no matter the sport. Good to see these 2 schools in the same district once again. In football, or in volleyball rather, in 28-4A. They are not district opponents in football as the Hawks end the scoring run and pull to within 2. But Canyon Lake and Wimberley still meet one another every year on the football field in non-district play. And again, the Hawks won the football game this year, 33-14, a month ago. Great block there from Mickey and Voorhees. But the Texans at points. And 4 points away from going up 2-0. Romano, a standing serve. Dug out by Moses. Here is the pass for Mickey. This time Wunderlich's kill, but that's dug out by Romano. This the third hit for Mickey. It goes over. Romano, the pass. A little bit too low there for Payne Knight. And Canyon Lake pulls to within 2. And an important serve coming up for Cassidy Phelps. Romano, the pass for Horn, but a great dig on the back line by Moses. Maxwell with a pass. That's dug out by Heights. Phelps for the freshman, too much on it again. Going back to Coach Pacey's point about the hits not falling in. Another case of it there as Horn will serve for Wimberley, leading by 3. Jumping serve is dug out by Heights. Great fake out there by Cassidy Phelps. And the Hawks back to within 2. And Mickey now serving for Canyon Lake. Had 5 aces in the win over Orlando on Friday. No ace there. Horn with the pass to the front line. Here's Height. A backline pass. The hit, though, from Mickey, too strong again. And Wimberley on the verge of a 2-0 lead. Timeout, Canyon Lake. Trailing 23-20. The Hawk team looking for back-to-back wins, coming off the sweep of Orlando on Friday. And again, trying to keep its hopes for a 28-48 title alive. Only 2 matches left this season after tonight. And trailing Wimberley by 2 matches in the standings. The huddle breaks with the Hawks trailing by 3, 23-20. And again, kind of saw the momentum shift once the Hawks picked up their 16th point. Right around the same time it shifted in the first set when Canyon Lake pulled ahead 15-13 and lost 25-16. Maxwell serve, dug out by Height, no. Wimberley a point away from a 2-0 lead. And they've got it. 2 great serves back-to-back by Maxwell. And Wimberley in front 2-0. Third set coming up. The Hawks need a win to force a 4th one and maybe more. Back with more Canyon Lake Volleyball on the Hawks Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals at the end you will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor.
Back inside Hawk Gym, great crowd again on hand, but the host Hawks in trouble, down 0-2. Wimberley taking the first 2 sets, 25-16 and 25-20, and serving to start the third set, needing to win to keep this match alive. And this third set is underway. Horns hit is dug out off the back line. Sent back over by Wunderlich, but dug out off the Texan back line by McFarland. And the Texans strike first here in the third set. This has been a rivalry since the Hawks started playing volleyball about 11 years ago. This the 22nd all-time meeting. The first 13 meetings between these two, no contest. Wimberley won all 13, doing so in 13 sweeps. Since then, though, this rivalry is tipped in Canyon Lake's favor. They then won the next 7 against the Texans up until earlier this season. Wimberley winning the first match this year in the first round of 28-4A play in a sweep back on September 28th. And looking for a sweep again tonight, leading 2-0 in the third set. Third hit is over, but dug out by the Texans' Ryan Master, and the Hawks are on the board in the third set. All 7 of the Hawks' wins, by the way, in this series have come over the past 3 seasons, to include 2 postseason sweeps in each of the past 2 years. And Wimberley looking to exact some revenge for those playoff defeats. And now leading 3-1. Here's Riley Horn on service, one of 6 seniors for Wimberley. Sent back over by Mickey. And the Hawks now down 3-2 on that point. And Coach Hutchins not happy for Wimberley as she makes a frontline sub. Now the Hawks will now send Paige Bauer back to serve. Third-year varsity player has it dug out by Maxwell. Here is Romano with a pass. Good hit by Paige Crawford, the sophomore, playing for the first time tonight. Maxwell to Brennan Jones, with the Hawks tied up. Spoke about Coach Hutchins in her second season at Wimberley. Again, took over for Thomas Kane, who ended his Texan coaching stint with back-to-back losing seasons. Well, Coach Hutchins also spent time at Water Valley High School in West Texas and took notice of the Texan program while at Water Valley and thought she could bring that winning tradition back to the Texans program, and has brought a much more disciplined approach since taking over 2 years ago. And her team on the verge of a sweep tonight, leading 2-0, but now tied at 4 in the third set with Kayla Wunderlich, serving for Canyon Lake. There's Moses now wearing a libero jersey for Canyon Lake in the black. The Hawks' last hit sailing out of bounds. Wimberley back in front, 5-4, and now McFarland will serve for the Texans, the sophomore setter. One of two players who has over 400 assists this year for Wimberley. The other is Romano. As we're tied at 5, a lot of balance on this Texan team. 6 players have 100 kills or more, 3 with more than 200 digs, and again, a pair of players with over 400 assists. Good eye there off the Texan back line between Horn and Maxwell. And back and forth we go here in the third set. We see Peyton Knight, or beg your pardon, it is Ryan Masser into the match here for Wimberley. And the junior standing serve is dug out by Moses. There is the pass to Phelps. Texans send it back over. Another dig there from Moses off the back line. The hit, though, from Kohlberg, too strong. Been an issue for the Hawks all night. And now Wimberley leads by 2. And the freshman Voorhees mistimed her jump. A 3-0 scoring run for the Texans. Cowan's pass. Here's Maxwell. Nice setup there for Raina Pack, but too strong on her hit. That'll end the Texans scoring run, and now we'll see Moses serving for Canyon Lake. McFarland's pass for Linton. Good dig off the back line from Kaylee Moore. McFarland again. Maxwell to Horn. Stays alive. This hit has to go over, and it does from Kohlberg. McFarland for Pack. Good dig there from Cowan. Horn. Point Wimberley. Riley Horn having a great senior season for the Texans. And it's been strong all night again tonight. And now we'll see Olivia Hinton, the junior serve here for Wimberley. On varsity for the 3rd year in a row. Starting as a freshman. Her serve dug out by Moses. Here's Horn again. That time blocked. And the Hawks get it back, now down by 2. And here is Cassidy Phelps. Played well in the sweep of Orlando on Friday with 15 assists. Goodness, what a hit there from Raina Pack. Second behind Horn on the team this year in kills with more than 200, averaging more than 2 per set. That kill gives the Texans service back and now leading 10-7. Here is Romano on service. Bowers hit, dug out by Maxwell. Good block up top by Audrey Schultz in for the first time for Canyon Lake. This is the 3rd hit. It's over. Dug out by Romano. Maxwell. That hit for Jones is blocked, kept alive. Horn sends it over. Good volley between these two. Point Canyon Lake. And Mariah Height will check back in for Canyon Lake. Saw Height wearing the Libero jersey earlier, now back to wearing the team white. Did play well in the sweep of the hands of the Texans last month with 14 digs. Whistle blows. Now the Hawks were over the line and trail by 3 again. Macy Fields checking in for Wimberley. Haven't seen her all night. Good player, though. Second year on varsity. Team leading 300 digs on the season. Good defensive player off the Texan back line. Gave way there to Romano. On a knee, Fields dug that one out for Canyon Lake. And it results in a Hawk point. And again, set up by the nice defensive play by Cassidy Phelps. As Paige Bauer will now take over service for Canyon Lake, trailing by 2. Romano with a pass, the whistle blows. Double hit against the Texans. And the Hawks now to within 1. Called against Peyton Knight of Wimberley. Bauer's serve, short arm that one. And Wimberley gets it back, leading by 2. Maxwell's serve, the fastball is sent back by Wimberley. Fields with the pass. Nicely done to Morgan Romano. A 13-10 Wimberley lead. Maxwell has played well all night for the Texans on service and on our passes. And as soon as we say that, sends one into the net. And service back to Canyon Lake. And here is Kayla Wunderlich, first-year varsity player, sends it over. Dug out by Fields. Here is Romano with a pass to Brenna Jones. Point Canyon Lake. Hawks trying to end the Texans' 8-match win streak and hand Wimberley its first loss in 28-4-8 play. Lynn with a hit there for the Texans. Now on top 14-12. Romano comes out. She will give way in the long high five there to Raina Pack, and now service for Jordan McFarland, the sophomore. It's over. Dug out by Mickey. The pass from Cowan. But Mickey's third hit, too strong. And now the Texans trying to build upon a 3-point lead. Mickey on the dig. Good block from the Texans up top. Saved by Maxwell on the dive. Point Wimberley. Paige Crawford, the sophomore. 6th of the team on kills. Picks up another one there and leads to a Canyon Lake timeout. The Hawks in trouble, down 0-2, and now down by 4 here in the third set. Again, a Canyon Lake team that's played well at home so far this year, 9-4 inside of Hawk Gym, but facing a tough opponent tonight in Wimberley, while Coach Hutchins talks things over with her team, which has not lost since September the 14th. Hawk fans look on for the stands here with the team down by 4 in the third set and trying to extend the match after dropping the first set 25-16 and set 2 25-20. Saw big Wimberley runs to close out each of the first 2 sets. Can the Hawks put together one of their own? They'll need to, as McFarland serves again for Wimberley. And now the Hawks having trouble returning serves. Saw this to close out the second set. The final 2 points scored by Wimberley came off of miscues off the Hawks' first hits in returning service. Good eye there from the Canyon Lake back line. That'll end the Wimberley scoring run. And the Hawks will hand off service to Riley Mickey. Or no, Mickey will sub out of the game. And Kaylee Moore will now serve for Canyon Lake. Her serve too strong. Not much room for error right now for Canyon Lake. That a miscue. Will hand service off to Paige Crawford. And the sophomore serve is over, dug out by Moses. Here is the pass from Cowan. The whistle blows. Double hit. Canyon Lake. And the Texans inching closer towards the sweep. Crawford standing serve, dug out barely by Moses. Not a lot of room between the floor and her hand, but a better play on the front line there from Olivia Linton. Played well on the front line against the Hawks last month with 3 blocks. That one gives Wimberley a 7-point lead, but now down to 6. That serve too strong. But the Hawks need a big scoring run here. Cannot afford to trade blows right now, down by 6. Moses' serve is over, dug out by Maxwell, right back to the Canyon Lake side. Here is a pass from Phelps. And a good hit put in by Caroline Kohlberg. With Canyon Lake still a lot of work to do, down by 5. The serve is over. McFarland. The hit was blocked. Blocked again. And the Hawks crawl to within 4, 20-16 now. The Texan lead. Maxwell makes another defensive play for Wimberley, but it goes right into the net. And Coach Hutchins calls for time for the Texans. And maybe the Hawks building a little bit of a rally here. Now down by 3. Again, just 2 matches left of the regular season after tonight. The Hawks are playoff bound, clinching a spot of the postseason after the win over Orlando on Friday. 8th postseason appearance in team history coming up here in a couple of weeks. And this a great playoff test for Canyon Lake, a team like Wimberley. And they'll get another coming up shortly against Bernie before the end of regular season play. Out of the timeout, Hawks serving. They have scored 3 straights. Maxwell, McFarland, Horn. 21-17 Texans. Horn another kill for Wimberley. Has been their leader all season long, as now service turns over to Olivia Linton. The junior sends it over. Bowers hit, dug out off the back line. Whistle blows, point Texans. Wimberley 3 points away from a 3-0 sweep. Another miss hit by the Hawks puts Wimberley even closer. 23-17 Texan lead. Timeout called by Canyon Lake. Mentioned football earlier, by the way. Well, coming up on October 26th, we'll have Canyon Lake football for you here on the Hawks Network, as the Hawks will take on Fredericksburg on the road. And again on October 26th, 2 Fridays from now. For more information, go online to hawksnetwork.com. And again, Canyon Lake football perfect on the year so far, 6-0, and this Friday they will host the Burnett Bulldogs at Hawk Stadium. Out of the timeout called by Coach Paisley, the Hawks line up. A lot of wood to chop, down 23-17 and down 0-2. Not looking good right now for Canyon Lake. Jump serve from Lynn is dug out off the back line by Cowan. And now Wimberley 1 point away from the sweep. Visiting Texan fans getting loud inside of Hawk Gym. Kept alive by Wimberley. It's match point for the Texans, but this match will continue. And here's Cassidy Phelps trying to keep this one going. Dug out by Crawford. McFarland for Horn. Kept alive by Canyon Lake. The third hit is over, but blocked, and the Texans haven't won it yet. Kept alive by Canyon Lake. Here's Horn. The third hit doesn't go over, and the win streak continues for the Wimberley Texans. Winners of 9 straight as they pick up a sweep over Canyon Lake. Taking the third set 25-18 to improve to 8-0 in 28-4A play. Back to wrap things up in just a moment. Back with more Canyon Lake Volleyball on the Hawks Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know.
Back inside Hawk Gym, Wimberley wins his 28-4 matchups tonight in a sweep, 25-16, 25-20, 25-18 over Canyon Lake. With the win, the Texans now 27-11 on the season and still perfect in 28-4A play. Now 8-0 for the Hawks. They fall back to 500, 17-17 this year, and now 5-3 in 28-4A play. On behalf of our entire Hawks Network crew, I'm Brant Freeman saying good night from Canyon Lake High School.